Welcome to Wowbster. Hey Wowbster family. Welcome back to another deep dive into topics that truly matter. Today we're stepping into a conversation that's both challenging and necessary, one that impacts millions of people, often in silence. We're talking about pornography, specifically the real effects it can have on your relationships, your mind, and your life. This isn't about shaming or pointing fingers. It's about opening a dialogue that we all need to have, whether you're single, in a relationship, or married. Because the truth is, porn is more than just a late-night indulgence. It's something that can quietly erode the very foundations of our relationships and mental well-being. So, let's talk about it, openly, honestly, and with an aim to understand how we can take back control. Pornography is everywhere, accessible at any moment, on any device. With just a few clicks, you can find yourself immersed in a world of endless possibilities, catered to every imaginable preference. It's easy, it's instant, and for many, it's become as routine as checking social media. But here's the thing. What starts as a harmless escape or curiosity can quickly become something more. The allure of pornography lies in its ability to provide instant gratification, a quick hit of dopamine that makes you feel good, if only for a moment. And let's be real, who wouldn't be tempted by that? Yet this instant gratification comes at a cost. The more you indulge, the more your brain starts to crave that quick fix. And before you know it, what was once a casual habit can turn into something much harder to control. You might start spending more time watching porn, seeking out more extreme content to get the same thrill, and all the while, you're unknowingly altering the way your brain functions. So, what exactly is happening in your brain when you watch porn? Every time you watch, your brain releases dopamine, a chemical that plays a major role in how we feel pleasure. This is the same chemical released during other rewarding activities, like eating your favorite food or exercising. But here's the kicker. The more you watch, the more your brain starts to rewire itself to expect that pleasure. Over time, this overstimulation can actually dull your brain's response to normal, everyday pleasures. You might find that you need more and more porn to achieve the same level of satisfaction. Or worse, that you're no longer finding enjoyment in the things that used to make you happy. This is where the cycle of addiction begins. You're chasing that high, but it's becoming harder and harder to reach. And it doesn't just stay in your head. The effects spill over into your everyday life, your relationships, your work, even your sense of self-worth. You might not even realize it's happening, but gradually, porn starts to take priority over other aspects of your life, pulling you further into its grip. Let's shift gears and talk about the impact on relationships. Pornography isn't just a private matter. It has real, tangible effects on how we connect with our partners. If you're in a relationship, ask yourself this. How many times have you found yourself more engaged with what's on your screen than with the person sitting next to you? It happens more often than we'd like to admit.
Porn creates a false sense of connection, an artificial intimacy that can never truly replace the real thing. When you regularly consume porn, you might start to view your partner not as a person with whom you share a deep emotional bond, but as an object of your sexual desires. This objectification can lead to unrealistic expectations, making it harder for you to appreciate and connect with your partner in the way they deserve.
Over time, these unrealistic expectations can erode the trust and closeness that are essential for a healthy relationship. Your partner might start to feel inadequate or even betrayed, especially if they discover that you're turning to porn instead of them. This sense of betrayal isn't just about the act of watching porn, it's about the emotional disconnect that it can create.
Imagine finding out that your partner has been secretly watching porn. How would that make you feel? Hurt? Betrayed? You're not alone. Many people feel this way because it's not just about sex. It's about trust, intimacy, and feeling valued in your relationship.
But the impact doesn't stop there. Pornography can also take a toll on your mental health. The more you consume, the more you might find yourself feeling anxious, depressed, or even isolated. You might start to withdraw from social activities, lose interest in things you once loved, or struggle with feelings of guilt and shame. It's a domino effect. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, you're caught in a downward spiral. This spiral can be incredibly hard to break free from, especially if you're dealing with other stressors in your life. Porn might seem like an easy escape, but in reality, it's only adding to your problems. The temporary relief it provides is just that, temporary. The underlying issues remain, and often, they get worse. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not alone. Many people find themselves in this situation, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. The important thing is recognizing the problem and taking steps to address it. So, what can you do if you're struggling with pornography? The first and most important step is awareness. You need to acknowledge that there's a problem before you can begin to address it. This might mean having an honest conversation with yourself about how much porn you're consuming and how it's affecting your life. If you're in a relationship, it's crucial to talk to your partner. Be honest about what you're going through. It won't be an easy conversation, but it's a necessary one. Your partner deserves to know what's going on, and together, you can work on rebuilding trust and intimacy.
There's also professional help available. Therapists who specialize in addiction can provide guidance and support as you work through this. There are also support groups and online communities where you can share your experiences and learn from others who are going through the same thing. Remember, you don't have to do this alone.
Breaking free from the cycle of porn addiction isn't easy, but it's absolutely possible. And the rewards are worth it. Imagine reclaiming your time, your relationships, and your sense of self-worth. Imagine feeling truly connected to the people in your life, without the constant pull of something that only leaves you feeling empty in the end. As you work to break free from porn, it's important to also focus on building a healthy relationship with intimacy. This means learning to appreciate the real, messy, and beautiful connections that we share with our partners. It's about embracing the imperfections and finding joy in the small, everyday moments that make a relationship truly special.
Real intimacy isn't about perfection. It's about connection. It's about being present with your partner, listening to them, and sharing your life with them in a way that's genuine and meaningful. When you prioritize these real connections, you'll find that the desire for artificial ones starts to fade.
Pornography is a complex issue, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. But by opening up this conversation, we can start to understand its impact and take steps to protect our relationships, our mental health, and our well-being. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this video resonated with you, please don't hesitate to reach out, whether in the comments or privately. Let's keep this conversation going because it's one that needs to be had. And remember, Wowbster is here to help you navigate life's challenges, one video at a time. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need to hear this message.